Hey, what if community? It's your boy Sky. What if? I know. I've been gone for like almost half a year. That's big time goneness. So I'm gonna come back with a bang. So there's a new what if? All my what ifs. I'm gonna remake them all and make them like 30 times better because now I get what I'm doing. I like when I first started, I was stuttering. I was didn't know what I was doing. So this new what if? So it'll start off with a short, like 10, 15 minutes. I ain't even gonna lie. But this is what if Naruto had puppet mastery. I'm gonna just give it to Minato's clan because we don't really know nothing about him. He was just a red flash. Minato did not get this ability though, and it'll be born in with Naruto. So around when Naruto's 4 or 5, he's going to see chakra on like people, rocks. He just start seeing chakra strings. So he's grab those strings or whatever he grabs, say like a rock or a stick, it starts to move. So once he grabs the strings of a rock, it started to move, and then once he grabs the strings of a stick, that starts to move. Naruto, he thought this was a fun thing since he had basically no friends and he can make things to play with them. So he made a fake friend out of wood, sticks, rocks. The rocks was its eyes and its mouth and its nose, and the body was basically sticks. So Naruto have this friend, and when he turns about like let's say 4 or 5 this time, when he turns about like 6, his friend he realized he can make his make whatever he control like stronger, like I, three double his strength right now. Nothing too overpowered. So like double his strength. So right now this stick is probably stronger than Naruto, but weaker than almost anyone else. Naruto's training with this stick like thing, getting his body stronger, and he he doesn't really make a lot of jokes that much, and he's not really a prankster, but because he can basically make his own attention. So Naruto's training himself, and once he gets stuff that are stronger, because sticks you can usually break with just like breaking it or squeezing it in your hand. Rocks, that's what's the double strength because you can't really break rocks. If the thing is hard to break, it's hard. That's as much stronger it is. So yeah, once I say like a 4 year time skip because Naruto enters the academy at around like 12, that's when he graduates. So he failed like 3 times. So no, 3 year time skip. Naruto he does still fail 3 times. I ain't not gonna change it. I don't want to give him a different team. I kind of like Sakura and Sasuke on his team. So he still does fail all 3 times, but he realizes that he can control other people like puppets. He can make puppets out of almost anything. He can make puppets out of the ground because chakra on it was everything. Even things with little chakra, he can make puppets out of. He can even, if it comes to it, like a fight, because when he does get bullied, he controls the people to stop fighting. So yeah, hold up. All right, so Naruto, because of his puppet mastery, he's not the lowest rank in the class, but he's also not the highest. So he does get sick with Team Seven. And instead of Mizuki trying to fool Naruto, saying, "Oh, you can pass," because Naruto really can't make clones that much. His clones suck, but he can control the little bad copies he make, and he does know the sexy jutsu. I'm gonna keep that in there because I think that's basically the reason why. Yeah, no, I won't spoil it, but people who watch Naruto knows what happens, how Kaguya got defeated. Um, yeah, I think that's I'm keeping that in there, and yeah, he can control his clones, but this controltion is like 4 times stronger. Instead of a normal person, it goes like 10 to 5, depending on the person he controls. But his clones are 4, because his clones can easily pop, unless he put chakra into them, which he doesn't know how to do yet. Um, Naruto, he can at least make one clone and control it at fullest. The most things he can control. When he first started, he could control up to 1 to 3 things. Now, when he's 9, he can control like 5 to 6 things. In all like arm, head, toes. Like a clone takes a full one controltion, but like because it's hard and it doesn't have its own brain. But sometimes I don't know what I want to do with this. If he makes 5 clones, he can control them with each string, yes. But he can also tell his clones to do stuff. So basically, that's controlling. If he fights 5 people, he can control them, basically almost. Unless they strong, then he gotta put more effort into controlling them. So Naruto does get tricked by Mizuki, learning the multi shadow clone jutsu, and then when Mizuki tried to take it from him, Naruto completely bodies Mizuki. I ain't even gonna, he bodies him in the anime, but like before Mizuki even throws the shuriken, Iruka he didn't even go out looking for Naruto. He's thinking, ha, someone's messing with me. Unless this, it can't be true. He goes looking, then he finds his house and goes back to sleep. Basically, calls the third Hokage, say Naruto's a good kid. He won't do anything bad. And Hokage dismissed everyone else. Like, the Mizuki encounters Naruto, tells him that he has the fox in him. And Naruto's actually intrigued because he knows he could control things, so he's wondering if he could control his fox. And then I don't think Mizuki know who his father and mother was, but he didn't. So let's just have Naruto body him, and Naruto's control range is decently far, like 5 meters. No, not meters, 5 millimeters, or five 5 yards, basically. Yeah, 5 yards. So he basically have Mizuki turn himself in after he goes back all beat up and turn himself in. He only needs one string because Mizuki's defeated. So Naruto does get the headband, and instead of eating ramen, because controlling clones take a lot out of him. Controlling puppet mastery, the strings mastery, pulling everything takes a lot out of him. And I guess you could say it's a special eye because only Naruto can see it, but like his eyes is normal and he can grab it. I guess I don't know what I want to do with this. All right, sure, I'm gonna give him a special eye, a special eye. Let's call it an eye, the clone eye, or no, the puppet eye, or I guess whatever. Yeah, so Naruto he does eat normal food instead. His favorite food is Ichiraku's ramen, but he does eat normal food. That's basically where I wanted to go with this, because the eyes take a lot out of him. So he be beat by by at least a week of training. He needs to eat at least more than ramen. Unless he gets in a fight, then it's half that time. Unless the fight is strong and he's almost losing, it's even worse. So after that, he gotta go eat. So basically, he goes to Ichiraku's, grab a bite there. Then he goes to the store and I guess buys some. He wears a disguise because people still do bully him. He goes buy some meat and stuff because he knows how to cook for himself. He laughed when he first started. He almost burned the kitchen, but now he knows how to cook, and he's been living on his own. So I guess it will go like that. When Naruto is saying, all right, I'm done with this. He ate his food. Okay. Now I'm going to the next day. Naruto is sitting. He passes the test. He makes 3 clones, basically, like everyone else. And it comes out. Yeah. Naruto, he shows that he can control each of his clone with one string. I guess other people really can't see it unless they could have good chakra control or they could see chakra unless you have the Byakugan or the Sharingan or Rinnegan, unless you have like special eyes, I guess you can see. But people without eyes, uh, but he controls the clones. Like if he squeezes them, like he can squeeze his string around people and pop the clones or make people bleed. His string is strong. Don't get me wrong. His string is like what's that string from Angry Birds to the one that can hold down those circles or lava ice things. Yeah, his strings are strong. I ain't even gonna lie. And I guess the only way to break them is if Naruto passes out. So yeah, Naruto gets teamed up with Sasuke and Sakura. Instead of doing the prank, he goes overboard because his sensei's late and he's got to show him that he's the big boss. Puts a eraser up there, and when Kakashi walks in, the eraser hits him, and then the rope that he tied at the bottom is basically his strings ties up his feet, so trapping Kakashi basically. Kakashi just gets out of it easily, so it's not even a problem. But he's actually he doesn't think that they're bored, but he kind of yeah he thinks they're interesting because one laid out a trap underneath a trap, and the one's annoying. The others just has his own problem, but he knows why because he's a Sasuke, or he knows why Sasuke because he Itachi. And then, now what do I want to do? Kakashi say meet up for the bell test. Don't eat nothing. So I guess the bell test starts now. And I guess Naruto did have a 2 year time skip of mastering clones and stuff, so he has 10 string. Each finger gets 1 string. So now Kakashi versus Naruto. Instead of Naruto rushing at Kakashi, he dodges off to a bush, and Kakashi's thinking, "Oh, they're all smart. They're getting a watch of me." And then he sees Naruto run out, and Naruto attacks him. Naruto isn't using his string, but his taijutsu is decently good. So Kakashi does try just a bit. He doesn't read the book out loud, but does he read the book out loud? I'm not sure. He's reading his book, but he's watching Naruto and reading the book. When Kakashi hits Naruto one good time, the clone pops. So Kakashi's actually confused. Like that was a clone. It was making me try. It was giving me some trouble. Then hears a Naruto coming from in front of him again. So this Naruto, he's coming at him yelling. Kakashi's thinking, oh, okay, it's probably another clone. Let me throw a kunai at it. And when he throws the kunai, something stops his arm. It's another Naruto clone stopping his arm from throwing the kunai. And then one comes up by his feet trying to grab the bells. So Kakashi's actually impressed because Naruto's using his clones very well as distractions, and and basically yeah. So now Kakashi's thinking that the Naruto was running at him was a clone, and Kakashi poofs all the other ones and finished throwing his kunai, and then the clone falls forward, and another Naruto jumps over its head, creating two more shadow clones, one going up and one going down. Kakashi's thinking, okay, so let me just poof these two, and then I get the real Naruto. And then the clone that made those clones poofed. So now Kakashi's thinking, what? That was a shadow clone? I didn't know shadow clones can make other shadow clones. Well, obviously, I think they can, unless I'm wrong. But I think they can. If they can't, let's call it that. Or Kakashi's thinking that was probably Naruto's. Let's call it a Kekkei Genkai. That was Naruto's Kekkei Genkai of his puppet mastery. So Naruto's clones go up and down like the other one through. The one bounced off his face and the other bounced off his feet, and that's when dude pop, when the first clone pop. Kakashi's thinking, okay, let me just pop these two, and then I understand. Naruto, I would not say he learned the clone technique yet, the secret of the clones yet, but it's so broken, so I kind of really do, but I'm not going to say yet. Why Naruto have his clones goes distract Kakashi. He goes find Sakura and Sasuke, which are both. One is impressed, the other's thinking, "Oh, he can't really do nothing." Sakura's the one thinking that. We all know that. Um, Sasuke's like, "Okay, I see you have skill of shadow clones, and they're decently strong." Naruto's fatigued. I ain't realize clones takes a. I know in the anime they don't take a lot out of him, but clones with decent power takes a lot out of him. So he's kind of fatigued, and he's resting on a tree while talking to Sasuke. And Sakura's actually close, so she can hear, I guess. He said, "Let's team up because I can distract him, or I can go full out attack mode. And I don't know what you have, but whatever you got, we could probably defeat him with that." So, and Sakura, I don't you know a little Genjutsu, and she's so yeah, they basically team up. So Kakashi pops the clones that other clones made, and now I I want to say Naruto learns the secret of the technique because the clone read something in the book and Naruto got it. So let's say the clone seen what chapter Kakashi was on, and when he poofs, Naruto sees 13 or whatever in his head. So he puts it to his back of his head, but it's starting to form that. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura all form up as a plan. And when all the clones finally pop and Naruto's got a little bit rested, because he didn't take a lot out of him, but like, it did not go easy. Now Naruto is rushing, the real Naruto is rushing at Kakashi. He says, Kakashi, now you get the real deal. Let's see what you all about. And Kakashi's thinking, all right, so let's actually do this. Naruto rushes at him, creating 10 clones behind him. They all rush his force. Kakashi puts his book down, a book away, and while they are all yelling at him, Sakura comes from one side with 3 Naruto clones, and another Sakura comes from the other side with 3 Naruto clones. So Kakashi's thinking, oh, One of them is a fake, and the other is is what's a trance jutsu where they could change their look. And Sakura, they both get hit on Kakashi. Not a strong hit, but they both get a hit enough to put him in a genjutsu. So Itachi, or not Itachi, Kakashi doesn't know he's in the genjutsu, but he does know that he hit both Sakuras, and one poofed and one went flying. So now he sees 40, basically 40 Naruto's all around him, using like a fireball. When Kakashi goes to substitute, when Kakashi, he's thinking this is crazy. Shouldn't no one knows this already? So he basically he gets hit and he's hurt by at least three of them, and then he realized that didn't burn. It was a genjutsu, so he releases it. But he's fatigued, he's tired, and he went through a lot. When he sees another fireball coming at him, he thinks he could just tank it, thinking it's another genjutsu. But this is Sasuke using a real fireball, and Naruto, uh, like still the 10 Narutos that was rushing at him, there was more made. It was like Kakashi surrounded with Naruto's, and he just been hit with a fireball. So Naruto grabs the bells and makes like he uses a stick to make it look like a bell, and then guess he keeps the stick and tosses the real bells to Sasuke and Sakura. Kakashi is surprised that they won by teamwork, so he's like, "All right, you guys pass," because he can't fail them. They just beat him with teamwork, and they got the bells. And he's confused because he's not confused. He sees three bells, and he knows one of them a fake. But yeah, so I guess this is the part where and Sakura, she would have been kicked or hit by Kakashi, but Naruto was using his puppet mastery on her, so she was faster, stronger, and that hit did leave a bruise on Kakashi. It wasn't like a Sakura from Shippuden, but like it was the middle of that. So yeah, I guess this is where I'm ending it off. I'm coming back. Trust me. If people watch this video, tell me what you think. I think I've been thinking about this for a minute. I like it. I still don't use no script. I ain't even gonna lie. Scripts. People use script. I respect you, but I can't do that. I'm a freestylist. I just think of what else in my mind. All right, later, guys. Like and subscribe for more. I don't think I'm gonna use music, so you gotta hear me all the way through.